semifinal puzzle. The winner of this one will play Oklahoma. Texas, Oklahoma State already through.
Interesting, Donarski jumping center right here, the best leaper on the floor.
Iowa State in the white tops, Baylor in the gray anthracite, they call it. As a turnover to begin the game for the Baylor Bears. Starting five for Iowa State: Kane, Fritz, Ryan Donarski, and the aforementioned Ashley Joens. For Cyclones team, net 14 rating. That's second in the Big 12. And while this is a 3-6, the net is 2-3 amongst Big 12 teams. Joens is taken to the floor. First foul will be on Fauntleroy, Bella Fauntleroy, freshman from Springfield, Missouri. All freshman teamer.
An interesting dynamic for me in these two Iowa State games during the regular season. A freshman has guarded Ashley Joens.
This team loves to shoot the three. You got to guard the line. That opens up the lane. Good follow-up on the miss from Donarski. Morgan Kane there for the first bucket of the game. Baylor starting five: Owens, Asbury, Fauntleroy, Andrews, Bickle. Iowa State 9-19, 11-7 in conference play, coming off a win to conclude their regular season. That one rattles out from Ryan, but Joens to the floor, fighting for it. Ball tied up, possession arrow will stay this way. Iowa State 176-52 against Texas Tech. Coach Bill Fennelly for Iowa State, 28 years he has been doing it. Nikki Collin, her second. Coach Fennelly said no secret when it comes to Ashley Joens. How teams want to guard her is Joens good from three. They want to be physical with her. And he said that's how they guard her. Like she wide open there. Good screen and roll. Great find on the roll. The assist for Andrews. Series history favors Baylor 33-10. All time 4-1 on a neutral court. Kane on the air ball off the glass. Richard Sr. from West Jordan, Utah.
Yeah, Morgan Kane played the 5 position last season for Iowa State. Came off the bench earlier with Suarez, Stephanie Suarez, who just a great shot there by Owens.
Rattles home for the senior transfer from UCLA. Joens wide open. It's a point for the pass, but the screen really set her up.
Boy, this game is up and down, just like the last one was in the first quarter.
Asbury with the left can't finish. Joens is there for the rebound. Second rebound for Joens.
And here's the challenge for Fauntleroy of guarding Ashley Joens. Fauntleroy really a 4 or 5 player. Can play the 3 as well, but she's pulling her out of her comfort zone defensively.
Andrea, have we had a whistle?
No.
All the players
I don't think so. One whistle earlier.
Gasping for air. There is no air in the building for Iowa State. They are taking it out. Their fans. Fritz makes the 3. 15-5 start. Timeout coming. 3-4. Does Iowa State start from deep?
Just led her team and willed her team to that win. That's so tough when you lose. You know, if you're Baylor, that double overtime game when you've been in it.
Had a tough shot. One time, ESPN and Naismith National Player of the Week after they beat OU and Kansas earlier in the season. The entry pass, smooth, number 21 in white. All defensive Big 12 player for 2 years in a row for Cyclone to do it. Joens probing. Meets a defensive wall of Baylor jerseys. Fighting through it, does Little Paige Bugs. Back the other way. And thought for sure was off Baylor. Into the post, off the glass.
Great help side defense right there. Much needed. Look at Little Paige Bugs getting down the floor.
Wow. Part of the all-freshman team. Honorable mention in the Big 12 as well. Led the NCAA freshman in rebounds per game.
I got a little smile on her face right now. Over and back, it looks like right here. Yep. Bill Fennelly is not happy about that. He wants a foul.
Not at all. She was sliding around like it was ice. Does finally recover the left kick. How about the hustle, though, and coach backing up his player. Her effort. Got the rebound, trying to bring it up.
Yeah, you see her lose her shoe as she tries to change direction and thinks about going back to get it, but then decides to just move on and play. The officials do not stop play in that situation, only if someone is in danger or hurt.
Yeah, Coach Fennelly had to be restrained. As a turnover on the other side. Ryan with the 2-on-1. Up the block. Oh, my. Sarah Andrews there defensively.
And you certainly see it here with Andrews' speed. Get that out of here. That's like you. That's like you when we shoot around before games.
We haven't done that in a long time. Rightfully so. I get blocked too much. What a fast first quarter this has been. The pace is up and down the floor. These two teams, the energy in the building. Corner three. Glances off. Offensive rebound. The heave coming. Nearly good. Wow. 18 minutes clock time that first quarter took. Teams were up and down. It was pretty clean. You were looking at the rebounding numbers. What else did you glean from looking at the stat sheet?
Well, I was noticing that Ashley Joens scored those first 6 points. A lot of familiarity, much more difficult to execute, I think, because people know each other's game plans. They know their personnel really well.
Joens, good. Looks nice and sounds nice on TV.
Yeah, well, this is a growth year for Baylor. They have freshmen that are learning and growing right before our eyes.
There's one of the freshmen right there, Little Paige Bugs, fighting for it, and at the buzzer.
I think she's really filled in that role at point guard this season after the injuries they've had. They've gone into a smaller lineup. She's been really key in their good wins of taking care of the ball, knocking down shots. That's going to be a charge, I believe. It's Iowa State fans, I think. They came in ready and raring to go like they usually are. Not far for them to drive down here.
Send it off Municipal Auditorium. This is the last year that it will be in here. Moving to T-Mobile will precede the men next year. Pull-up jumper on the baseline. Beautiful. Oh,
yeah, pretty ball fake. Good job of recognizing the defense flying at her.
Pace back the other way. The open three-pointer.
Pretty shot right there.
Lead the Big 12, 11th in the NCAA three-point attempts per game. They shoot 27. They make 8.9. That's 13th amongst all NCAA teams. Good ball rotation, corner three, shot making.
Bickle now charged with guarding Ashley Joens.
Good ball movement, good screening.
Iowa State's offense, you know, they keep moving, they spread you apart, they try to get closer and closer to the basket.
Great.
They're sticking with the game plan. Nikki Collins wanted to use that screen and roll, get the ball into the paint. They've got it in, they've kicked it out.
Jones working through the trio of defenders. She's one of the best at draw.
Van Geitenbeek coming off the bench. We saw her in the open with that mask on. She had wore it for a little while throughout the season. And Bickle on the inside. Ashley Joens trying to hedge that screen, and Bickle recognizes it, goes to the basket. Watch Jones. She steps up. And then a nice finish here. And 2 times down, 2 times before, Bickle screened and rolled, and then everybody collapsed on her. She kicks it out. They move the ball. They get a 3. Pretty basketball.
A chess match on the floor. Baylor into their first lead of the game after Bickle converts the three-point play. This one is fun. It's moving. We got stars. We have shot making.
We have Morgan Kane backing down. The defender getting a 2.
Going a different way. Slowing the game down. Old school ball for the 6'3" redshirt senior. Ball careens out of bounds.
Good job by Kane out there. She's gotten the starting nod since Suarez has been out. She's 4 for 5. Is that what she is already today? Matchup, and they post her up.
Whatever it is they got up in the water, the Gatorade in Ames, it leads to good shooting. Doesn't matter where it's from. Deep free throw line, historically always so good at such. using that screen and roll once again. It goes to a 3.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, if you don't know the history of Iowa basketball, there's Iowa women's and girls basketball. They have shooters all over the place. Tremendous shooters for generations.
Maybe none better than the one you saw just shoot right there off. Teammate does help to collect the rebound, does Fritz, and finishes herself.
Yeah, Danae Fritz has got a little bit of spice to her game. Really, really feisty out there. Really nice job of getting the rebound, getting the second chance points.
Floater in the lane. We've seen some pretty shot making from Baylor. Andrews there. Screen clears the space and dropping to the floor as that ball hangs on the rim. Here's a good drive, just couldn't punctuate it. Back the other way, kiss off the glass for Owens.
That time, Nikki Collins was on the sideline saying, hey, push it, push it. You have to remember, Fritz was hurt last season, so healthy this year.
Look at that battle. That was Ryan going right at Owens, neither conceding an inch of space. To your point, as Ryan steps to the line, mentioned 92% free throw shooter, all Big 12 second teamer. But that's the beauty of the nature of this league with the true round robin format, is you can decide it, what we're getting to see tonight. Full defense hangs back for Iowa State, as you can do that confidently with a 92% free throw shooter.
And that's the last year for that round robin, that true round robin, with 4 new teams coming into the Big 12 next season.
Contact on the floor before the shot of Andrews pulling up.
They haven't put Iowa State to the line that much, and especially Ashley Joens. If you want to beat Iowa State, you have to guard without fouling.
She's had to earn every bucket, not in this game, but all year long. Is trio of defenders there, and there is the foul. Baylor emphatic, thought the defense was clean.
A little bit of hands down below trying to grab the ball. Who's that? Asbury right there.
Little Paige Buggs was down there.
Yep, she brings the ball down, but there, the third defender that was guarding Ashley Joens fouls her.
We were running numbers yesterday about Joens. Personal fouls drawn in Big 12 play, 6.6 per game. That's in the 100th percentile.
Yeah, she is so active with the basketball. Has the ball in her hands a lot, and guess what? She is not afraid to keep shooting if she's missing. So you cannot let your guard down with her, and it's so tough to guard her without fouling.
8 seconds left in the first half. Andrews lobs it to Little Paige Buggs, who kisses it off the glass to tie things up at 37. There was contact early on that. It was Donarski that took a shot to the midsection.
I'm not so sure that the Iowa State fans would agree.
Yeah. Coach Fennelly would agree as well. Bickle shoots from deep and phenomenal year, but how do they find a way to get her back going like they did at the start?
Well, I think just, opening things up again from the 3. She's guarded by Fauntleroy right here. Just continue to try to move the ball, get her in motion. Very terrific shooter, as we see the shot right there by Andrews.
Rebounding margin significantly in favor of Iowa State, 32-15.
Well, and 2 players for Iowa State almost in double figures rebounding wise.
Numbers the other way. Owens to Little Paige Buggs, who makes it.
That is.
Frees open. A shooter, though, coming off was Ryan. Numbers the other way. Owens to Little Paige Buggs, who makes it. Zingaro into the game for Iowa State, number 15. Taking the spot of Kane as she gets the ball. Presence inside and finishing.
First half.
Defense coming over to help. The over pursuit. Ryan back the other way. Baylor, one of their last 7 field goals. Joens. There it is. Plenty of time. Bickle.
Big shot right there. Bodies on the floor.
One-on-one, Donarski right at the defense. Yeah, the bodies on the floor led to the transition defense.
Correct.
Not sure that's how you draw it up, but it worked for Iowa State there. Bickle. Count it.
I just look at that North Carolina game where they sort of folded in the third or fourth quarter and gave up their lead, lost that game. That was a critical game against the number 19 North Carolina. They could have gone their way. They struggled against Iowa, had a good win against Villanova. Most of those games with Suarez in the lineup, though.
Kane with the big screen that led to the shot from Joens. Bickle missed the free throw on the other end. Appreciate all the insight from Charlie Cream, keeping us updated as to how the bracket, living being that it is, continues to evolve as we approach Selection Sunday.
That was really a nice pass, a terrific catch, and a really, really pretty finish.
I think it was emphatic, too, that Ariana Littlepage-Buggs, the freshman of the year, thought she should have been shooting a free throw, that and one. You could hear that in Kansas.
Again,
off the glass on the other end from Ryan.
Here's that matchup again. You get Van Geitenbeek in here guarding Ryan, and she is going to take her to the low block.
In this Big 12 championship, as Littlepage-Buggs says, count it.
And just giving energy. I love the energy she brings to this Baylor team. I don't dislike that call.
Ryan will shoot. Iowa State has led for the majority. 24 minutes and change. Bickle, elbow jumper, rattles out. Littlepage-Buggs with the rebound. Trying to separate the players, knowing it's been feisty down there.
I'll tell you what, when you're a player and you're in a game like this, when you come down with a rebound, you are not giving the ball up first when the whistle is blown. So there's a jump ball. You are going to take the ball with you. The other team is going to give it up, and you see Littlepage-Buggs, that competitiveness she has. That's what drives her.
Yeah, there are established names on the Iowa State side that have played in this conference for a long time, but Littlepage-Buggs is one that has established herself and is forced to be reckoned with. Quick down on the other end. And their starting lineup, Ryan leads the way with 92% free throw shooting. Janarski 90, Joens 63.
And here's what Ryan is doing, taking advantage of that matchup with Van Geitenbeek. And Van Geitenbeek 5'7" on the interior, and you see Emily Ryan at 5'11". That's just a mismatch as Kentucky, two walking double-doubles, and there they are over there in street clothes most of the season.
Pomeroy misses, Zingaro rebounds. Iowa State bucket here may blow the roof off this building that was built in 1935.
You're digging for that stuff. It's awesome. We were making us guess what the year was. This has been around a long time. Historic place.
Joens backing down on Littlepage-Buggs, the player of the year. The veteran wins that against the freshman of the year.
Yeah, come on. Two stars in this league. One that will be leaving for the WNBA. The other one that's a freshman will be around for a while.
Step back. Rebound for Ryan. He from half court. 6-0 run over the last minute and 32 seconds. Good for Iowa State. Baylor Bears with the freshman of the year and Ariana Littlepage-Buggs. A couple first years. Sarah Andrews. Baylor has held reign over this conference for so many years. Texas winning here in KC. Pomeroy makes the first. 11 conference tournament titles, their last coming in 2011. They won the conference tournament from 2011 through 2016. Then in 18-19, not played in 2021. They won. West Virginia won in 2017. Texas winning last year.
And how about Texas winning that championship last year in the Big 12, their first conference championship since 2003.
Great defensive play by Asbury. They stuff Owens, Asbury, Fauntleroy, Andrews, Bickle, the 5 on the floor for Baylor. Defense coming over. Fritz once again, her 4th block of the game. Danae Fritz.
There's been 15 blocks in this game. 8 for Iowa State and 7 for Baylor.
Charge called on what was a frenetic back and forth scramble sequence.
Yeah, you know, Bill Fennelly's usually one of those guys that sits on the bench a lot. He's talking to his team. He's coaching them up right now, trying to get them engaged. Saw this defensive play, the first one blocked with a block shot, then at the other end a block shot, and then taking the charge by Baylor, making defensive plays to keep themselves in the game.
Bickle right at Kane. When we saw Josh Carper out there and his daughter.
Oh my gosh, that was so great.
Coach Carper starts screaming.
His daughter can't be more than 2 years old. And
stomping his foot, and what does his daughter do?
His daughter was like looking down the floor, and she stomps her foot too during practice.
You tried to pull your phone up to get it, but it was just too quick. But it was such an amazing moment. Iowa State, such a family environment. They travel, their traveling party. It is family. Bill Fennelly, the head coach, Billy Fennelly, his son, on the staff, but they bring that environment into their practice. That was a great moment we saw.
Absolutely. Well, and Will's here, Billy's son, and I know Bill Fennelly's father is a big fan. Not sure if he's here. His mom passed away earlier this season, which was really a sad moment, and really our heart goes out to the Fennelly family for the loss of the matriarch there.
Here's the matchup we wanted to see. Joens on Little Paige Bugs, steps through, chips off the glass.
Yeah, determined. She is so determined when she catches the ball.
5-point advantage, 19 points now, 7 of 19. Quick answer on the other side. Bickle gets her 12.
You know what's interesting is how many older players are playing in this game. So a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of experience coming down to the end of this game.
Joens.
Boy, you got to pick your battles in that situation. Bickle helps, somebody helps for Bickle, helping to help her, and then Joens ends up wide open.
Bickle, help defender coming over, blocking, foul. I've seen every level of Bickle's game tonight. A 51-40, 80 player, 50-40, 80. Best average for any player that's at least 6 feet tall. Iowa State has had the answers. Joens has had the answers on the offensive side. This time it's Fritz.
Jamie Asbury without any points today. Had a couple of shots, but they haven't fallen.
Bickle fighting with Dinarski. Hold it up there. Andrews makes the three, but there was a whistle.
And I think that's on Little Paige Bugs on the inside. Again, battling for the offensive boards.
Fritz, Ryan Dinarski, Joens, the 5 on the floor for Iowa State to approach the halfway point. Joens. Pretty.
Yeah, that's too easy.
Little Paige Bugs had establishing the front came, the pass was good, but couldn't finish once again. She's had 2 great looks over the last 2-3 minutes. Joens is swiped by Owens. Owens one-on-one with Ryan.
Baylor is really making some plays defensively.
Led to the points. Dew thought about it, goes baseline.
Yeah, just out of control right there by Dew. She needs to gather herself, go up.
Bears could tie or take the lead. Tie ball game after the finish from Little Paige Bugs.
All night long, Baylor has been using that pick and roll to perfection that time.
Been willing to take on the guard of Joens. Joens has gone right at her, and they must have known. Screen and roll, Kane. The recipient, so Kane's on the floor, is giving good minutes, good buckets, that her 10th.
A perfectly executed play out of a timeout as well. You expect nothing less from Bill Fennelly and his team.
Bickle, Andrews, Asbury, Owens, Little Paige Bugs, the 5 on the floor. Joens with the steal to grab the rebound. So for Joens, it's not just scoring, 13th rebound, 10th on the defensive end.
Good job by Jamie Asbury coming over to help in that situation.
Andrews for 3.
Here they go at each other down low. Littlepage, Buggs, and Jones.
Janarski going at Bickle, does rotate out to Jones. Kane is fighting. Back out to Jones for three.
And that is what Ashley Joens does.
27 points on the night. The senior Big 12 Player of the Year. Big time shot. Another rebound as well. She have another Jones.
Yep. This is how quickly Iowa State and Ashley Joens can really, really hurt you.
An 8-0 run over the last minute and 48 seconds. Back-to-back made three. In her evolution, she's always been a great shooter. Always been so scrappy. Her conditioning, how she can play. She played 38 minutes.
Well, this is a young lady that, again, Joens works at her craft. All of the Joneses growing up played basketball throughout the year. They are very skilled, in shape, ready for these moments.
So does Baylor have a response? 2 minutes left. Trailing by 8. They've had good looks.
They have had good looks and a lot of missed layups today for Baylor, especially in this fourth quarter. 15 for 25 on the day, on the night for Baylor with their layups.
Iowa State content to use clock now. Ryan works it down. Littlepage bugs the defenders. Kane comes over on the screen. Shot clock at 1.
Under pressure, you go to what you're good at, and Iowa State's so good at running their offense, reading defenses, executing, boxing out, doing the little things to finish off a game like this.
It was Janarski that made the three. Owens misses. And after we saw an all-time classic between Oklahoma and TCU, this one has been as billed. 3 versus 6. Just the second ever quarterfinal meeting between Iowa State and Baylor.
Asbury with that steal. Again, quick hands defensively. Need a basket here.
Bickle called for the travel.
Iowa State making it so tough for Baylor to score here. And again, I think you go back to your habits. You see the energy of Fritz.
So it looks like Iowa State will advance to play Oklahoma, the last piece of the semifinal puzzle. Texas against Oklahoma State. What a day of basketball we have seen. Well, last year, Municipal Auditorium will host this Big 12 women's tournament. Next year, it will be at T-Mobile, but the arena that was built in 1935, opened in 1935, it's given us a dandy. Iowa State victorious.
Well, a terrific last couple of minutes for Iowa State. They did a really